tell him I've come on. Call Tyrone. Listen, but you can't use my phone. Hello? So anyway, where we stopped at? Sorry, so you just got, then you had comment on the thing, and JILLSCOTT. But they also did the soundtrack. You had Questlove. You have, oh my God, Feel That Way. Feel That Way. Feel That Way. Boom, 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 boom. Any track for me that got saxophone in it, the saxophone of the horn reminds me of like a Perfect City or like Philadelphia kind of night. And I love music where like they showcase like that side of like they leave a way for the saxophonist or for the horns to come in and like just lay out. Like it just takes me there. It does it, like especially in a live performance. I mean, it just takes it to the next level where you actually can highlight instruments. Because like I've never could play instruments, but I have friends who were in band, and I learned how to play the tuba for a year. One, it's the most unattractive instrument in the entire band. My dad wouldn't let me actually go through with it. I was the banner boy. But like, he's like, you play a tuba? And I was just like, yeah, that's what you gave me. He's like, that big old thing? I'm just like, yep. But I was just like, yeah, it is ugly. But at the same time, like, I was trying to be in the marching band. But anywho, I started to learn like the different sounds, like the clarinets and all that other stuff. I'm just like, shit, like, this stuff is like, they're pretty cool layers and textures and stuff. But I still love, once again, the horn. At church, our bishop used to play the horn every Sunday. And he's like, and like they get into it. But then the most beautiful thing like is the saxophonist. There's a guy I used to tape on Wall Street who used to play the saxophone every morning, like Lisa Simpson from the Simpsons. So he used to be goddamn killing it too. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like now, like we haven't gotten too many. Well, one, we've all been on lockdown. You haven't been able to connect with musicians, but like I always wanted to connect with musicians and like try to like do covers and acoustic stuff, but it never worked out for me. Like I don't know how people connect with other people. I tried to do some open mics and stuff, and like it never worked out. Like I went to one week and the lady, she was just like, yeah, I have too many people. I came in the next week, trying to sing again. She was just like, okay, maybe this week you can go. And I think I did that 1 week, and then I tried to tape it, and the guy was like, your phone died. And I was like, what? So I was like, so yeah, I'm just like, okay, I'll give up. Like, y'all see what happens whenever I try to, like, showcase something. It's just like, the speaker breaks, or you're doing too much, or you're doing too this. Like, you just want to be perfect, you know what I'm saying, and, like, present to people. I'm just like, yeah, it's not working out. It's so many failures. But, maybe I should start with the basic acoustic guitar in my house or something, or, like, a pianist. I wanted to learn how to play the piano. I was supposed to learn at, like, 11, 12. But then my parents took me out because I started getting in trouble in school after like 2 weeks. So I always wanted to continue that. But now I feel like my brain is like, I'm too all over the place. I don't know how to just sit down and I'm scared I'm not too old to actually soak it in. And there's nothing's impossible. Which reminds me, like I saw a clip of Beyonce playing the piano. I'm like, what? Like you developed that skill? Even though it makes sense because she works so much in music, but like, I knew she took like opera lessons and all that other stuff, but I didn't know she knew how to she can play the fucking piano. That's crazy. That's so fucking crazy. Like, I was like, how? When did you learn that? Like, but I guess when you are around it enough, like, I guess it just happens. Like, that's just how extraordinary she is. I'm like, it blew my mind to see her like playing those keys and singing at the same time. I think it was on one of like the behind the scenes from I was watching one of the behind the scenes thing for when she was doing The Lion King and how she recorded it with Blue in the house, and like people are not doing albums or records in the studio anymore, and I love the intimacy of that, and like it shows that like you don't need all that stuff to come out with a good album, because I used to listen to people's album. I listen for the sound in the back, like Mariah Carey on Fly Like a Bird has a dog barking in there at some point and no one notices it, but I think it's really cool. Because she recorded that in a house. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I listened for all kind of layers in people's music. And I was like, I listened to Lion King. There's no way she recorded that in a house. Because you don't hear anything. That's how good the mastering and mixing engineers are. And yet, I recorded in my house. I did a project with my friend Kat. And our shit sounds like the bottom of the goddamn toilet. I can hear the people 2 flights under me, cooking. I'm like, I got a long way to go. But yeah, I'm just playing like, but it just shows just how skilled people are, their gifts, you know what I'm saying, and stuff that they're doing. And it always makes me just like, you only know 1% of everything that you want to know. But it's so much that I want to know, and I feel like I have to independently learn it, because I'm just like, you can't just enroll. There's not a place that teaches you everything you want to know. And you don't go to school to like, I want to be. You don't go to school to just become an entertainer. You go to school to become like a one thing, and you just happen to learn how to be like, okay, I wanted to be this. I didn't know I wanted to be this, and then I looked at what I have, and like now I feel like I'm too old to be that, or I'm like, oh crap, like my behind the scenes life is not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, no. So then now I'm just like, so admire all the other people that do it. So, anywho, it's just these are things that happen in my brain. I don't talk a lot about it because I'm doing like other stuff, but like maybe I should start talking about computer more. But then I'm just like, I'm boring. I ain't gonna have nothing to talk about. I don't know. Anywho, we stopped at Beyonce with the piano. Where was I before that? Shit. You talk too much. Move in silence. Okay, I can try to do that. Do a whole video where I don't talk. I learned sign language twice in life. I learned it when I was 14 and teach kids at my church. And then when I was a bankruptcy paralegal in Fort Lauderdale, there was 2 deaf people I worked with. So I relearned sign language so I can talk to them and they can help me out so we can get that stuff done to file these bankruptcies. It was Marilyn and AJ. And I remember like I was just like, I ain't about to sit in this room and just not talk to these 2 people that are having full conversations with their hands. And I'm the odd one out. They're over there just like, you know, they can kind of speak with their throat. I'm not making fun of them, but they're just like, good morning, how are you? And I'm talking about, they start talking fast. Well, you're just like, it's like they're expressing their emotions. And then at some point I was able to be like, and which is now what I think is so cool. If you look at most like everything that's happened during COVID, you have the sign language interpreters. And I'm just like, we are underestimated. These are the most important people in there. They're just like these random people. This is back out there. They could be saying anything to the world. Like literally, like he could be saying, so we want everyone to be safe. We want everyone to make sure that you're out taking your vaccines. We want to make sure everyone's coming together, staying inside. They could be saying, go yourself to these other people because they're so emotional. And they have, you know, they're most of the time they're just like wearing black. You're not caring what they wear. It'd be funny if black people got a hold of this. You know, we coming up there with her Gucci earrings. She gonna have one like her nicer skirt and stuff. Bitch, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what once we get up there. But a sign language interpreter is out there. You know what I'm saying? They're sharing their message to the people as well. But sorry, this is stuff that I look at that I just normally I don't say. But it's just how things connect to me. Anywho, that would be a good skit. Like Dave Chappelle should probably put that on the Chappelle Show. Like, that would have been something to laugh at. Speaking of Dave Chappelle, damn, I miss the Chappelle Show. Chappelle Show, woo woo woo. Let's start the show. Pop Copy. He had Tyrone the Crackhead. Oh my God, he had none of the above. I want to piss on you. Oh yes, I do. Oh yeah, like we saw. Shout out and pray for R. Kelly. We still love you. He's still a part of the black community. He still gave us all those songs. So don't try to cancel R. Kelly. Because a lot of y'all was bumping and grinding to him. Now that y'all see who he really is, don't shun that man. Include him. Pray for him. But still, throw some roses at him. And pray for him and write him in jail. Like, I'm going to actually find his address and write him a letter. Like, I still say I want to do that. Like, because he gave us Trapped in the Closet. I don't know, in the closet. I just didn't know, like, I didn't know that, like, oh my God. I'm like, you had time to write all that and still do all that other stuff? He had great time management skills. He had a good assistant. He knew how to, like, he was hypnotizing women. I did not understand that. Now, he had to get justice for what he's done, just as everybody. No one's exempt. But as a community, though, like, we need to, like, really be reaching out to him. I still pray for him as well, you know what I'm saying? Like, things happen in people's lives and they express them in different ways and it's not right or whatever, and I'm not sympathizing for it, you know what I'm saying? I'm someone who understands because of I can't explain why I do certain things. logically either, and it's stupid. But we can't continue to just shun and talk about people or cancel them out. You know what I'm saying? After you just have to look at both sides of the coin. What we need to do is include them. Like I wish he could at least like. You don't want to isolate this man. I hope he's getting like communication from out people. You know what I'm saying? And like people are still showing love. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people out here won't even play his songs. Like you can't just act like all that stuff like so because you found out something that you're just gonna like nah, oh, all this is invalid. No, it's not. That still came out. That came out the same person, the same river. It came out. The same water came out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's just different parts. It's just different sides. We just have to learn to agape love people wholeheartedly. You can't commit when you commit to be a fan of somebody. You commit to all of them. When you marry somebody, you commit to all of them sides that you don't know. And my thing is, like, I'm a fan of people, whether they go through shit or not. I'm talking about, like, I am a fan of people. Wholeheartedly. Like, even if they turn their back on me, I'm just like, so? I'm still your fan. Bitch, you see, I'm still gonna play your songs. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna cry, you know what I'm saying? Go back and remember what, as a fan, what I experienced with you know what I'm saying? And like, or, even, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that's what you sign up for. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. And what's even better as rewarding as fans, when you see somebody that you believe in or you support grow and they go through the stuff and they're still making it and they make it on just all kind of stuff and they make it through things, it just brings you happiness and then it feeds your soul because they were still creating the things that they created help feed yours. And now you're to a point where like you can now freely give back and help sow into the same community where they sowed into theirs. Whether it be on a front hand, backhand, you just don't know. But you can, whatever they gave, it helps stir up what was inside of you. That's what society does, is what entertainment does. We all water each other's flowers. We water each other's gardens. We're like little bees or we're like little raindrops. You know what I'm saying? Like we all help get pollen to another flower. You know what I'm saying? We all, the rain, nutrients, it strengthens the soil, which goes into the plants, which releases the oxygen stuff back into the air. Like it's an ecosystem that we all have to feed and take from. You know, and everyone has at some point, we go through stages where you may be at this part where maybe I'm the soil and I'm going to grow to be a flower, which I'm going to grow to die again and go back into the ecosystem and feed the circle of life. It's just understanding your part, being grateful for what it is, and either maturing onto a new part. A lot of people mature, or a lot of people like me stay in the same little area and until you learn the lesson and get where you gotta go. Or you learn, or you like Simba. You run away from home, living with the goddamn hyenas and pigs, and you supposed to be a fucking king, and you live in a Hakuna Matata, yet you're Pride Rock. You gotta go defend your people. Remember who you are, Simba. And he has to go, you know what I'm saying, remember who he is, and go back to where you gotta know, you know what I'm saying? But it's all a part of the ecosystem of life. You know, and like it's a give and take. What is it? What are you so afraid of? Darling, you give but you cannot take love. So like you have to be able to give and take. You give but you cannot take love. You give but you cannot take love. You give but you cannot take, give but you cannot take, give but you cannot take love. Yeah, maybe that's my problem. Oh shit. I don't know if this is a platform. That's you, Cameron. Like, I don't know. I run in very uncomfortable situations. I ran from my family. I ran from my dad. Like, when I feel like they couldn't protect me, I ran from home. And like, honestly, like, literally in a relationship, I get very uncomfortable because I don't know how to be with somebody and they see you poop, or they smell your poop, or they see your breath stink, or like they see you be emotional or vulnerable, or they see a side of you where it's compromising. I always try to want people to see this side of me. I've never been comfortable with anybody where like I don't know how to accept unconditional love from some people because I've never had that. And I'm not saying that my parents didn't love me and stuff. It's just that people love came with conditions. They wanted you to act a certain way. And when you did not act that certain way, either got punished or you got chastised or you were told to be a man or something. Or like, just different things happen. And my worst fear is people leaving. And yet I'm sitting in an apartment alone. I'm kind of happy about that. But at the same time, like, I don't know how to allow someone to like literally physically honestly get to know me and love me. Because there's certain parts of me that I'm afraid to show people. And I judge myself. And I'm going to shut up. I'm like, I want to release it through some other ways. But I'm just opening it up like, yeah. Maybe this kind of be like the behind the scenes of like something. I don't know. I think I have a lot of things where I talk to my camera like this. But yeah. You give what you can. Take love. Oh. Shout out to Janae Aiko. Who do I give me to? You are the world. You are my world. That was the first song I ever encountered by her, You versus Them. Very deep. Very, 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 very deep song. I think it's about her, like, when I dissected the song, we can do a dissection right now, we can do another, but I think it's, in the general sense, it's about her and talking to her baby. Deciding if she wants to keep it or give it up. Very deep. Poet, once again, very soft voice. I love. Favorite album is between Selling Souls or I think it's the one where she does like, it has Eternal Sunshine and like I forget the name of the album. But my favorite one is 2088 because I support her and whatever the love between her and Big Sean. I don't know what it is. I need to go ahead and get married, have a baby, do something. Give us something other than just an album because like it's real. It is real. That is whatever's happening in there is real. And it's not conventional. They don't just date and like they're not just together. Like they break up, they go fuck other people and they get back together because they know it's love. Not disrespect. I'm not putting y'all business on blast because I don't know what happens, but like that's real. That's real love. Because on the talk show, the song where like he gets into it with her, like first of all, Big Sean's fucking talent is just totally underrated. I don't even listen to all his music, but everything that he is on, my friend Hakeem put me on to him, and this guy is so underrated, like so. Like how fast he can rap, all just the different stuff he come up with. Just go, if you got a free time of you, one day you like, you don't got nothing to do, listen to a Big Sean, like, record. Listen to Talk Show with him and Janae Aiko. And he talks about how your house is divided, and then he puts it on, like, double entendres on top of all. It's just so crazy how he just flips it and reverses it and serves it up to you in, like, 8 different ways. Like, he puts it on a platter where he does stuff. Like, it's he's a genius the way he does it. Then it makes me also think, I'm just like, so then you must have like horrible style or something. Like literally, so when people are certain smart in certain areas, I'm just like, so what it is that you lack in? I'm like, you can't have all the gifts. You know what I'm saying? But like maybe he does. But I'm just like, it's unrealistic. It's like how people can write bars. I cannot freestyle, but like people be free the fuck styling. I can only come up with like free singing and stuff like that, but like I cannot rap to save my fucking, like literally, if my life was on the line, my shit's gonna come up gibberish. And I don't know if it's because like over the years I've gotten dumb, I need to read a dictionary, maybe a thesaurus, but, and I check my IQ, but like literally, I've tried, I don't know how you get it better, just to have your own shit, because I have friends where like we used to just hang out and like try to rap, and they used to be good. And it's people that just do this stuff on a daily basis because that's what we do in our culture. We speak in music. That's what black people do. But then you look at people like Big Sean, or you look at like what's those? I forget the show where they go on like everyone has a freestyle on Sirius XM. I was looking at it the other day. I love to see like females or like, just anybody freestyle. J. Cole freestyle. Just people freestyling. It's just that's it. It's the freestyling for me. For you to be an artist where you can freestyle and still come up with a studio album, that's fucking dope. In itself, that's underrated. That's totally underrated. Like, that's just so crazy to me. Like, you can come up with that on the spot. Hey, tell a story. Like, what part of your brain are you utilizing again? Because I'm sure my shit sleep. He ain't woke. I need to tap that giant up. Anywho, so y'all see where I be? Like, could you imagine being in a conversation with me? I'm all over the goddamn place. That's why I just don't even talk when I'm talking with people. And I just be like, just shut up. They're going to be like, what the fuck? And I always turn my phone down when I'm at like lunch or something with people. I'm just like, it's rude. You don't be on your phone. I don't be on social media when I'm in the presence of somebody else. But my mom be going. I just be like, oh, what's on the news? The lady's dress. Oh, I remember my mom with a dress. And like, you see where like I'm just jumping all over the place? Like literally in my head, it's just like squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. But no, for real, like I know I keep it together, but it's just like anywho, freestyling. Yeah. The last freestyle I saw was this girl on YouTube. Her name was something with the M. But no, I think the person who did it for me, I have to go back to In the Booth with Charlie Sloth, fucking Megan Thee Stallion. Like I hadn't seen like women freestyle like that in a while, but like she killed that shit. And she started like I have been watching her freestyle like on like YouTube and stuff or Instagram like every Friday. She was coming out with a random like she was with my frat brothers freestyling in the garage. You know what I'm saying? Like just killing shit. And she did those ciphers and stuff. And then I'm just like she sold into her once again she did all her stuff like this. She was meant to be who she was meant to be. Her mom was a goddamn MC. She was meant to be that. And nobody knew this. Until she popped up. I had to go back and do my research. After I saw one day, I just happened to be on Twitter when I was on Twitter. And I saw somebody talking about Fever. I was like, what is this thing? Is this like a movie? And they say a hot girl over here. And then I think she posted the video, Riller. And I was like, who the fuck is this? Bruh, like, she killed. First of all, she was like, "Say, nigga, I don't want to talk. Meet me at the bank. Show me what you really about." Like looking like a girl, talking like a G, with bars, hard as fuck. She's not like overly light skinned and pretty like Nicki. She's like rough. She's a girl. She got a body. She got hair. She got style. She got titties. She got an ass. She got bitches in the background twerking. Like, and she's in Houston in a drop top. Like I was just like, what? Like, the minute I saw that video, I was like. I remember I was living in the SRO. I was just like, whoever the fuck this is, she just cracked the code. I was like, this bitch cracked the fucking code. I thought Nicki cracked the code, but I was like, she cracked the code. Like, there's no too many girls who can freestyle like that at the time when she came out. She cracked the fucking code. And you know what I'm saying? She was like just being herself. And like, then you listen to her mixtape, I was just like, damn, this shit is hot. She had the baby. I hadn't even saw a picture of the baby. I thought he was a white guy. I was like, cash shit. Like, yeah, I mean, he's bad too. Yeah, he's like, you know what, baby love me? Because niggas don't give a fuck. Tell me what you do. I put it around, then I titty fuck. I took her back from them nasty, you know I give it up. I was like, this sound like a white boy. I'm like, watch it be some little white boy. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, wrong. I'm like, this is a nigga. With swag, cool, teeth. Nah, this guy got like his own shit going on. He got a lot of fucking money. Shout out to the baby. So, but still, like, back to that. It's just like, when I saw that shit, I saw her. Then I was just like, oh my God, how's she gonna top herself? And then I go back and look at Freak, Big Old Freak, my favorite song from her. On top of, from Tina Snow, from, what's my shit? None of these hoes, not none of these hoes. And then she got a song with Big Cream. Fuck, I can't think of the lyrics. I'm getting brain freeze. He said he want a boss like a freaking big with Houston body. Yellow bone Tina, light skin arena. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on in my head right now. I can't think it out, but Anywho, yeah, like it's just like when I discover stuff and I'm just like, what the, like I just knew she was gonna crack the code. So fast forward, we're waiting for her to come up with this album. And I'm just like, I wonder what she's gonna give us. She's had me give us like little songs here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like she went mainstream, like she always people go mainstream. I have been bopping her little mixtape the whole ever since I saw her that day. Following her tweet, trying to figure out all the information I could, because I like to see people come up stories. We don't get a lot of people come up stories anymore. We don't see the hard. I love for people to see the hard work that people put into creating what you see on the surface level. Like a mountain has an iceberg has a very, very deep root that a lot of people don't see. We only see the iceberg on the top, on the tip of it. You know what I'm saying? What's what we see on the surface. But that's how you know some people are either there for a long time or they're not. You know what I'm saying? That's how you can create careers for yourself or whatnot based upon what they have. But it was meant for her to be here. Not only was she in college, she started doing this to help pay for college. She had friends behind her. She was doing this when nobody else was watching. Who are you when nobody else is watching? It's not what you're doing for your Instagram stuff. It's what are you doing when there was no Instagram before all that stuff? What were you doing just in the shower? If the shower walls could talk, it'd tell who people really are. Because you know who you are when ain't nobody watching. In the shower, people be doing the most shit. Well, let me speak that from my POV. I'm just playing. Like, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like, character that somebody told me is who you are when nobody's watching. That's a good and a bad thing. But really, like, it's what do you do when no one else is watching? And if you ask yourself that question and start thinking about what you're doing when nobody's watching, shits get deep. What are you doing when your spouse isn't watching? What are you doing when you think nobody else is watching? I know I'm brutally honest with myself. I know at some point, like, I'm just like, shit, you should have knew that. I know who I am when nobody's watching that. It's also, it's humbling experience, but it also tells me the truth every time. But it also sometimes you can lie to yourself because you live in those moments. But, anywho, who she was when no one else was watching. So she was doing her thing, just rapping and shit. With her nice little, like, what, C cup, B cups, well, C, D cups. Like, doing her hair in different ways. She used to come on Instagram with her little lollipops, her little halters and stuff. And then she comes out with, what is it, the good news? And I'm just like, not just when you think she can't get, not even thinking that she maxed out. I'm just like, okay, what could she give us possibly that's new that we can't, that she hadn't already give us? She comes out with, of course, she gives us the song with the fucking City Girls. She gives us all these upper different tracks with the, once she gives us Crybaby. She gives us WAP. Like, and then she comes out with this new shit, thought shit. Hands on my knees, talking hands on my time shit. Then she comes with my favorite line, I am the shit per the chord and Academy. And then she gets a Savage remix. I was like, bruh. Just, ooh, big old freak. Big wood old tree. I'ma make you wait for the hoodie. It'll do your big old ski. Ay, feet on the bed. I fuck him up in the head. Suck it, then look in your eyes. See them like damn, I leave him on red. Ay, pop it. Daydreaming about how I rock it. You hit my phone with a horse. So many that you come for the ride it. Shit, I'm on the way. Right on my dick, I'm like, hey. Usually I like to fuck, but tonight me you really love cause you babe. Hey, nobody know. I fuck with you on the low. We never show up together, but I text you when I'm ready to go. See, I had a couple of shots in the car. I'm gonna play with that stick in the car. I got you serving and breaking the law. Got you in the tenant with can't nobody see, so ain't nobody at all. Can't nobody free like me. Give you what you need like me. Anybody got on the tiptoe to the road, tip a tip on the D. I got him addicted, you fiending. My body, you're drug and you need it. He ever fit when I leave him. Like, baby, let me rub on you. Give it a little love from you. You're driving me, digging about me crazy. I think I gotta run from you. Don't want to do without it. He fucking with you, I doubt it. He's all understanding, I'm all in his head. There's nothing to do with your body. Feeling for me lately, going crazy. I got what you need, I'ma give you to you, baby. Going crazy, give it to you lately. I got what you need, I'm gonna give it to you, baby. Tell me now, is it love for real? Shout out to Lil Juke for making that beat. That was sampled from, I think it was, what's the guy with Roger them? Not Immature. It was Immature. She sampled that, and she gave us Big Ol' Freak. If you go look at the video, first of all, basic budget. They gave us like party city balloons. They gave us a pool. She put all just her friends in the video. basic stuff. Like, it just tell me, like, literally, like, when God is for you, it's meant for you, it works out. So then maybe it's not meant to work out for you. Side note. Okay, so yeah, it worked out. She's doing this from Texas. So yeah. Anywho, I don't know, at some point, like, she just knew who she was as a female, and she just talked about it. Not one of yours. Oh, and then she gave me the best. She regurgitated everything she did and gave us a Tiny Desk performance with my favorite phony people. You got a man, but you're fucking around. You got a man, but you're fucking around. Man, I'm young because I can't be tied down. Your skin is all, girl, just to get down. Got a situation, actually, I'll be texting. Everyone to know who Megan dating, that depends on what the day is. You know what I'm saying? Gotta text you about Italy. What about me? You know what I'm saying? Like, she gave us just her whole album, a little history lesson, small performance, gotta love Tiny Desk, with live instrumentations, and she served it once a fucking again. She get on the flow, she's like, ain't it? We actually like get a little ghetto girl pointing her finger and shit. Like, you're not real artist till you go on fucking Tiny Desk and like give it up. I can't even watch all those performances, but they give some of the best performances and stuff. Like, anywho, now my dog is hands on my knees, put her hands on my thigh shit. Hands on my knees, put your hands on my thigh shit. Like, now I'm not saying I don't love Megan anymore, but Megan, like, she's on her way. Like, you saw her get signed and all this stuff. You just like, who's she gonna go with? Draft pick. Now you got like the time of Bia coming. We're gonna see where this goes. It's like it's the NFL for me. The entertainment is equivalent to the sports. I don't watch sports because I don't play sports anymore. Because the sports is I like to be in sports. I can't just yell at the screen. I can't control the screen. I can't control the game anymore. So I go, it's pointless. But doesn't mean I can't root for a team. I just don't have people to go to games with and all that other stuff. Like, and I would actually like to go to live games, if I was to go. But yeah, like, which reminds me, like, so I'm so indecisive, right? I've never wore sports jerseys. I haven't worn them in years. And I want to start wearing those again. I've never purchased a pair of Jordans. My parents would never purchase them for me. And I still haven't bought a pair. I want to do that one day in life. I need to, like, I've never been a sneakerhead. I want to become a sneakerhead and, like, be like, oh my God, like, I want to get into shoes. But it is so many pair of fucking shoes. Nike has Dunks. They have Jordans. They have like retros and like it's levels to the shit. And then you have all these different brands. Like, I'm just like, oh my, like, for real, like, how can you even, like, it becomes crazy. But anyway, I only shop for my shoes like at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls and stuff because, like, first of all, I ain't going to Foot Locker. I couldn't afford that. I ain't got that amount of money. I can't go buy the new releases every Friday and all them Jordans with $300 pair of shoes. I gotta be simple, keep it simple, innovative, and sexy. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington. My grandma and my mom taught me how to sift through a goddamn clearance rack. Take your time, get you a good mix, put in your headphones, and you better start moving clothes one by one. It's like going through an index thing when you're looking for somebody's phone number, she said. And look at the shirt. If you like it, you go and check out. She said you'll be able to tell if you like the shirt in 2 seconds. Flip it and keep it moving. Here's your budget for school. Pick what you want. You better not come with anything over it. You can add. And yeah, you gotta do this. You gotta look for clothes. So I was like, all right. So now that's where I go. And I finally found, like, you know what I'm saying, like, these little things. And then while I was in there, I'm just like, oh shit. Like, they started having, like, if you go to their shoes section, it's not too much. You gotta catch them on a good day. But you can catch, like, Reebok Classics, like, just simple shoes that, like, they're not like name brand, but at the same time they're like classy. Like, you can add them to swag, shorts. You know what I'm saying? Simple short and shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like something just cool. something fly. I'm grown. I can't be wearing too many labels because in 9 times, like the clothes, the labels be louder than the goddamn clothes. I'm like, I ain't trying to. You ain't even trying to get a message. I'm trying to get a date. I'm trying to get with somebody. I'm trying to like give off a certain vibe. You drowning out my message of sexiness. I'm just playing now for real. But then like, and then also into like certain things you just couldn't afford. I just couldn't afford it. Their shirts and stuff are like $15, $20. Some shorts in there are like a good goddamn $20, $30 as well. Some good jeans are gonna cost you now. I always go to American Eagle for my jeans and like or like a good who else? Somebody put me into Kenneth Cole, has good jeans. Who else has really somebody like I just gotta figure out what quality jeans are now because like all my good jeans I have like I think I'm down to like 2 pair of jeans. And I like jeans with like zippers, random zippers. I like the little cut up stuff. But I also like the jeans that are like the stretchy material that form fit now. I don't like the old school where like, bitch, we jeans, you gonna fit us, we not gonna fit you. Nah, bitch, I'm the guy. You wearing me. I'm not wearing you. Yeah. So now they have the jeans that are like a little stretchy. So it's like it fits. So it shows like they're not too tight, but they're not too little loose. Speaking of, I remember one morning, me and my sister got dressed in the dark and I wore my sister's pants to school and she wore mine. And this girl Kim kept saying like, why are you wearing girl pants? And I was just like, these aren't girl pants, these are my pants. And I kept saying like, and she kept asking me this on the bus. I was probably in the 8th grade. And she was just like, you're wearing girl pants, I can tell. And I was just like, what? And sure enough, like we got home at the end of the day. And she was like, oh, my pants are so baggy. I was like, oh, these pants are kind of tight. I took them off and she was like, why are you wearing my pants? And I was just like, ooh. And I was like, oh crap, mine was at the end of the desk. It was at the end of the couch and hers was at the end of the couch. So we must have switched. But like, since that day, they used to joke with me for wearing tight pants to school because my stepmom at some point, I love you mama, like she would always buy my pants like literally a size down. So they used to be like, damn it you. I used to get picked on for wearing like tight jeans. But at the same time, like that was in, like Levi's were in for us in our household. Niggas were wearing academics, they were wearing all kinds of stuff. But yeah. So yeah, where were you going? You taught yourself out. I did, like, I was just like, I needed to talk to myself. Darling, open your eyes. Let me show you the light. It's fresher than the love that's right. Something I just became aware of. Kevin Samuels. Still don't really know who he is. But he's a good life coach. I would love for him to like help give me some advice. He's very harsh when it comes to women, given like he is like brutally honest. But at the same time though, like I guess he's realistic about things in a way that I don't even think I'm ready for. Like he told this one lady, he's just like, you don't even understand what I'm saying. He's just like, you got a baby, you got a son and the dad's no good, and you want a guy who's doing all this and you gonna do all that for him? And he's just like literally like just the lady's confidence should be shit. But you know what I'm saying? She's still trying, which I love the lady for. I'm just like, but Kevin, you are being too harsh on her. But at the same time, he is so true. He's honest though. But it's just like, damn, like when did it even become hot? But I found out about her on another girl like Instagram or something, and she was like this whole Kevin Samuel thing. And I went and go look him up, and he has like all this other stuff. Kevin, we gotta get you a title, bro. It's like all your videos they have no branding. Like you have a personal brand of luxury and like classiness, but we gotta get you like a title for your show, bro. It need to be something simple, innovative, and like straight to the point. It needs to be like, I guess I can take. Well, I'm gonna just recycle this. Let's just say it has to be like something. It's gonna sound so cheesy, but something debonair. Like you have to have the word debonair because you embody luxury, quality, and status. Mr. Debonair or Debonair 2.0. It's just instead of high quality men. I call it. Well, I call it Sir Debonair. I'll start all this other stuff. I don't know. You can use it, but it needs to be the word debonair needs to embody something in your brand because like that's all you are. Yeah, you're about like classiness, elegance. You're about gentleman like. You know what I'm saying? You're very like put together. Like you're exactly the kind of guy I want to be. Like very simple, Your style is very, but like, I just can't wear suits all day. Hell no, I'm not wearing suits all day. I'm not sweating all day. I'm a black guy. In the summertime, I sweat. My skin needs to breathe. I like to wear shorts. I like to have my skin out some days. And sometimes suits cover all that shit up. I remember I used to have to wear suits to church. I'd be like, Dad, this tie is fucking cutting off my circulation. I can't breathe. My neck's sweating under here. And I got another undershirt. They don't make breathable shirts for black guys because we sweat. All their fucking shirts are either they're thick or they're too thin. They don't make a quality, breathable, form-fitting, breathable shirt that's for us. That's not going to allow me to sweat through the goddamn shirt. But I guess they're getting better. You know what I'm saying? Like, but his style is very simple. I love one video. He's cleaning all 500 pair of his fucking reading glasses as he's switching on a different pair as he's talking to us. I was like, you little slaw W. But at the same time, like, that's, I like, he talks about like being around other miniature or around of it. And I'm just like, I would love to hang out with him, like, not too much, because I don't want some of his assholes ways to rub off on me. Because I'm like, I'd like to be like, I like to sympathize with people. But he's just very, like, abrupt. But I love how, like, even when you look at his desk, everything is organized. He's very well groomed. He tells you how he has, like, he's juggling 3 different women. He's very honest. You know what I'm saying? He tells you he's preaching from experience. And I literally almost signed up for his course. Till I was crazy enough. I was just like, bitch, where you gonna get the money for this? He had me convinced. I was just like, I'm gonna sign up. I'm signing up. And he asked for money. I was just like, oh yeah, about that. I'm like, you ain't got no money? I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just stick to your free experiences on the YouTube. But like, that kind of coaching and that kind of male empowerment is what we as men need. We need more of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like as men, we don't kind of like uplift one another. We don't have like, men don't have blogs and stuff, especially in the black community. We don't have that for us. We as men need to come together. Like, that's the biggest thing that we as men, like, black men need to have like an annual retreat just for us. Just for us and our issues. I'm talking about like for real, like, the government need to sponsor that for us. So y'all put us all in our jailhouse. Y'all need to literally get us together, give us a free admission, rent out whatever the fuck you gotta rent out, and let us talk about our stuff. We need that space as black men, as a part of this country, to do that. As black men, we need that space. Y'all should give us that, because y'all take a lot from us and our communities. I just thought of that in the point. I'm not upset with him. I just think that that's one thing that needs to happen. Not just in a church environment. This needs to happen just as an everyday men of hip hop, men of stature, men of science, technologies, black men, period, who are alive, who are aware, that connect. We can all talk about things and have an agenda on the state of the black man. I'm talking about like the trans black man, the gay black man, the queer black man, the overlooked black man, the black man. Y'all need to let black men out of jail to come to this shit. Y'all need to bust them in for that too. Which we probably, they wouldn't do that for us. You know why? Because then we would be on, it'd be a fire within us. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they empowered us like that, that's like linking a double cuff link chain to another chain. That strength of that chain is way too strong. People be like, I can't break this. Like, if you just had athletes, and I'm just saying, like, these are just power players. Athletes and musicians, first of all, they're powerful in itself. But then you mix them with the common everyday man talking about issues that we just normally can't. We're not safe enough to talk about. Our pride doesn't let us talk about it. Society doesn't let us talk about it. Our wives don't let us talk about it because we have to be men too. And we can educate our other sons, and we're just too much of men in our things to talk about this. We have to talk about that. Women are starting to get out their issues. Black women are starting to get out their voices now. Now we need to actually go somewhere for a weekend and hide away, and like, we need to regroup. We've been on the front lines and the back lines and the back alleys for too long. Love. Hey, is there like a black Hugh Hefner? A black Playboy? I know we got a lot of black porn stars. We are not. We are not suffering for those. But is there like a black owned like Hugh Hefner right now, like a black guy? Hmm. Hmm. Whoa, happy holiday. So, my other just other random thing, right? Love. So this is my little Chromebook. It's been saving my life this past couple days. Cause literally when my laptop broke, whoever broke that, you have been getting me through. I need something to make it alright. Get through.